It's a very, very ironic twist that your host, Cios Pantera of In Ear Fetish, has found that the Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick soundtracks work flawlessly, including the bass hits on the new main titles from Maverick, on these JQ4u Pros, also affectionately known as the Chineses. I didn't draw this on the box. This is what's on the box. I said it was coming. It's not Chinese either. There's an S. JQ Audio, pass the truth anytime, anywhere. Doesn't seem like the good. Don't pass the truth. I don't know. They would have just shipped it in this box. Would have been fine. These are a $240 Chinese IEM. Damn. That I think I like more. It's a single dynamic 4BA. And I'm sitting here, and at that price range and at that configuration, there's a ton of competition. And I knew this for a fact. I like these more than the FIO offerings that are roughly the same price or more. For like a single dynamic 4BA, they've tuned this better. This has more width and soundstage, and it's gentle. I did have a couple songs, whenever it hits hard, that I'm like, ooh, back that shit up. But apparently the entirety of the Top Gun soundtrack, yeah, it's rocking. And that bass hit was solid. So I don't know where to put these. A couple other oddities. I guess I'll take them out of my ear now. Using Tacony tips, they kind of, like, there's been some beautiful IEMs on here, and they usually put like a little bit of glitter and like the epoxy, and like, ooh. Well, they fucking drowned that shit. Like, I don't know, put some gold at the bottom and some silver on the top and no markings, just more glitter. There's like an 1/8 inch glitter on these fucking things, which is fine. I wouldn't exactly call those pretty. They have the label 4U ears on the back, which is not what they're called. They're not called that. Chinese wallpaper in the Horde. They come with a nice case. It's an actual, it's like a tan case, a little bit too big. Like, I don't think any case needs to be this big. If it was half as thick, you could actually put it in your pocket. That's more of a travel case. Comes with these things you put on the wire to wrap them over your ears. I don't really like these. I've never found a need, as long as the wire is pretty decent and not uncomfortable. Comes with an optical grade cleaning wipe. A yellow wire tie, like a Velcro tie. I don't know why yellow. This metal plate, which I took out of the box here, because you get a metal plate. It's all in Chinese, except for the numbers. So it says plus 10 millimeter. There's a couple twos. It says 19, 112, 10 hertz to 22,000 hertz. So that's a thing. Airplane adapter, 1/4 inch adapter. And of course, like every IEM, the mirror hanging robot, literally smelly, scented fucking air freshener. Sometimes I like this job. Like, I like being surprised. The other fucking things had a goddamn coaster in it. Like a coaster. And this, a robot air freshener. A JQ, apparently their thing is a robot. And smells actually rather nice. And it was in this bag, and I knew it when I unboxed it. And I put it back in here, and now it's all moist from being in the bag and like opened. So yeah, you got a nice air freshener if you buy these IEMs. Now I'm going to dump out the tip bag because I didn't do this yet. Because there is a fucking load. This is one of those things that Zios regrets after the video's over. Pass the truth anytime, anywhere. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, fuck. I promise you I didn't add any to this. So it looks like we've got, holy fuck, that's massive. Here's a large Tacony. Look at the size of that. That's hysterical. All right, we got some hysterically large silicone domes, some two flange in both clear and giant opening 2 flange. We've got some foam, some very, very dense blue foams. They're not anywhere near like tin foams. More giant black. Actually, these are the same, aren't they? This one actually got a piece of something in it. Then we've got more 2 flange. I think they give you left and right of the same to do. This is a lot. You get a lot of tips. You get a lot of tips, including the largest tips I've ever seen given. Like, that's a suction cup for something to mount into your shower. You flip this inside out. That is fucking huge. Whose ears are... Tacony sent me a message. They were like, hey, we found some prototype extra large tips. You want me to send them to you? And I'm like, yeah, even though I don't need extra large. Large is fine. But huge. So yeah, you get the gamut of metal things and this and the ear and the fucking air freshener in the box that just happens. The Chinese is on it. And as much as I wanted to clown on these, they're a 3.5 millimeter, by the way. Like it says JQ4u. It's got a 4-wire. It's a nice wire. Like I've had way worse wires. They don't look as spectacular as I'd like. In fact, let's plug them back into here. I've been plugging with them. They're not balanced, which is an unfortunate event. But, however, they are a 2-pin, which means you can use the Chimera cable. Zeos, link the Chimera cable in the description, which is the $50 cable upgrade with the interchangeable heads that you can get from a Hi-Fi Go or Amazon. I'm going to use back my ear for a second because I can't hate them for their price range. Like I've come to love a lot of like sub $200 IEMs at this point. So anything over $200, and when I checked, it was just right before this review, anything over $200, I'm sort of like, do I tell people to buy this? Like, is this better than other things that this is like a buy? Like it's like OH10s to this moment. OH10s, Z12s. The Z12s is this. I have my own planar that I've designed into. There it is. Do you want to spend more money? Or do I want to tell you to spend more money on something that's not something I absolutely love under $200? Because you're not reaching up into like the craziest levels of shit. Like once you get to like the Mangard T2s, $350, $400, you start getting those really unique, interesting builds. I can verify that this pair sounds better than the FiO pairs with the same design. We've got better soundstage. It sounds more natural. The bass hit is actually exists. Audio slave like a stone. Boom. If you locked me in a prison room and it was like, here you go. I don't know what those prison rooms called. Cells. You don't buy anything there. Why would you sell anything there? I'd be fine with these. Yeah. Shiguri, this is a weird anime where the dude cuts his stomach open. There's like very, very... Oh, it's actually very, very Japanese. Like the thing that flips in the water? It fills with water and it goes boop. The bamboo thing that goes boop. That's playing right now. Just boop. Boop. Very distant. Very far behind me. And it sounds distant and far behind me. Has a really remarkable like sense of depth to the sound. I'm actually describing sound. Like people always come on these things and comment, you didn't even talk about how they sound, Zeus. I talk about how IEMs make me feel. Because how they sound, someone else say how they sound. Everyone else says how they sound. I care if I can make me feel something. And I feel like FiO could do a better job, and these are kicking their asses right now. You know, these are absolutely worth their cost. That's the best praise I can give them. The bass hits are solid. Soundstage is way up there. Clarity, almost too... Like right now, there's little bells and stuff, it's fine. Calm, gentle music, classics, rock, fine. Anything that gets a little bit more in your fucking face, Billie Eilish... Billie Eilish isn't bad, because Billie Eilish is still basically all just bass tracks. Billie Eilish sounds good. Just go through it like Billie Eilish sounds good. How does Star Wars sound? The original Star Wars. John Williams is retiring. We should all be very sad, but he's 90, so let that man sleep. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? We're really like old school. Anything that's not like... I had some Nine Inch Nails playing on these earlier, and I did not enjoy it. That was the only track, so I was like, a little, it's too much, too metal, it's too. Everything else, like 95% of my playlist is perfectly acceptable, if not great. There's a little bit too much. Marshmallow Justice from Uta Monogatari. You know this song, hold on, I'll blast it. It's a lot, it's like, it's too much. But everything else is fucking basically as good as you can get a 4-in-1. It's probably the cheapest 4-in-1, 4BA one dynamic that you can get. $239. Is there a cheaper one in that configuration? I don't recall. I'd have to go to my actual list. Very, very generic descriptions here. There's no ratings. I'm the first person to talk about these. And I'm going to give them a thumbs up. I'm giving these a thumbs up. I probably won't keep them. Like, they don't blow me away to the point where I'm like, oh, God, I came over the floor. But it's like, I have nothing super negative to say about them. They're just another IEM that comes out of China, I think. Maybe. And it performs at least admirably, and it comes with an air freshener. If that was like your go-to reason for buying something, boom, air freshener. Anyway, wallpaper in the Horde. Patreon, subscribe, start support this channel. I'll link to other things. Links to these that still exist. I'm super pissed. I did the review yesterday of the Clairvoyance, and I went all the way through the review. And then I looked at the thing, and it was like, out of stock. And I'm like, oh, you mean out of stock forever? And I cried a little bit, little baby tears. Anyway, yeah, no, this is good. Patreon, subscribe to support the channel. See reviews early. Yard sales will probably be in the yard sale. I should announce yard sales here. And we're good. I'm good. You're good. Anything? Anybody ever try these? Anybody need some tips? Anybody need some tips? I got like a whole bunch.